Good evening everyone and welcome to Sugar and Crumbs. My name's Tracy Mann from Tracy Mann Cakes. Happy New Year to you all and welcome back. For those of you that haven't seen me here before, you'll see that I don't broadcast out of Sugar and Crumbs. We are actually in my business unit at in Longwick, the village of Longwick, which is in Buckinghamshire. So it is my pleasure to be back again this year. So we had lots of Christmas things going on leading up to Christmas, lots of Christmas projects, and now I've got a new hat. So we're all used to my painting hat because I'm on here regularly doing lots and lots of cake painting. I'm also on here doing lots and lots of chocolate, but I'm now going to be on here doing royal icing. So I'm going to show you this evening how to do some very simple royal icing, and I'm going to be offering a new royal icing online course that's going to be starting on the 3rd of February, which you will be able to find on my website, which is shown below. Good evening to you all. I'm seeing some of your names coming up here. I have got Kelly on comments tonight. Say hello, Kelly.
Hello.
She's back in on form. She's looking forward to speaking to some of you, I'm sure of that. So I hope you all had a lovely new year. I know we're all in another difficult situation, but that's not going to stop us having some fun tonight and showing you how to do some royal icing. We're going to make some royal icing with whipping it up. So Carol sent me a very nice box. So we're going to have a go tonight with this one, which is lemon drizzle. So we're going to make it from scratch, and then I'm going to show you how to do some piping with it. So some nice, simple, straightforward piping. Now, if you are interested in doing royal icing, I am starting an online course on the 3rd of February, which is going to be coming out of a closed Facebook group and also on my online school, which is called Teachable, and you'll be able to access it from there as well. So if you are thinking of joining, it is available now. There are interest-free payment plans available as well, so if you do want to join us and you'd like to pay over 3 months, it's £20 a month for 3 months. Please do get in contact with me. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. I've started to post various pictures now on some of my Facebook pages and on here as well of some of the things that we've been doing in terms of royal icing, in other words what you're going to be doing on this course. And I've been busy filming today as well. There's a few little bits behind me of things that we've been up to, so there is going to be lots and lots of things coming up with royal icing. Royal icing is one of those things that people can be quite scared of. It's a little bit like chocolate actually, and even painting. It's one of those things that people go, nah, I can't paint. Definitely can't temper chocolate. Piping, no chance. So it's one of these ones that I really like doing it. I really enjoy doing it, and I've broken it right down step by step so that you will be able to enjoy it as much as I will. I'm very enthusiastic about it, aren't I, Kelly?
Yeah.
I drive them all crazy talking about royal icing, so there we go. It's just something else you found out about me today. So I'm going to be here on Tuesday evenings going forward at 6:30. I'm also going to be here on Thursday mornings at 11:30, all of this month except for the 28th of January, because that happens to be a significant birthday. A significant birthday, and I will not be available that day, so I will be hiding at home somewhere, so that's not happening. But I will be here other than that to keep you all entertained while we are out all at home. Lots of things to do and learn. I'm looking at some of the names. Good evening, Angela. Angela's my exercise lady, I think. I'm sure it's Angela. Angela should never have told me she goes on an exercise bike while she watches me. Who else? Maureen, hello. It's so lovely to see you all tonight, or certainly see your names anyway. So all good fun. And as I say, they're saying hello to you now, Kelly.
I know.
She's obviously intervening over there.
I'm a popular lady.
Popular lady. So we're going to get started in a minute and we'll run through everything with you. So we're going to make a cake tonight. We're going to just do a little bit of simple piping so that you can see exactly the kind of things that royal icing is capable of using whipping it up, which I have been just started to have a go with, getting my head around exactly how it works. Now, I've actually done royal icing for loads and loads of years, so I do know it inside out, but I'm not used to using it with whipping it up. But I'm getting used to the whipping it up now, so I've been fiddling around with it all day again today. So I thought, let's just do it. Let's go live with it and let's see how we get on. So that's what we're going to be doing, and just seeing how we do with that. So we've got lemon drizzle tonight. I have loads and loads of them everywhere, so I've been using them. Today it smells of white chocolate and raspberry in here today, because that's what I've been piping with today. Don't forget to like and share. Kelly, you are so good.
I know.
Oh, she's very good, isn't she? I can't do without Kelly, so thank you very much, Kelly. Yes, don't forget to like and share this evening as well. Right, okay, so we're going to get started. Before I go any further, so I will be here on Thursday morning. So if any Thursday morning at 11:30. So if any of you want to have a go or want to learn about cake painting, I will be on Thursday morning. So if this is a New Year's resolution thing for you and you want to have a go at cake painting or royal icing, I can certainly help you out this week. Royal icing today, cake painting 11:30 on Thursday morning. So I'll be running through that with you as well. If you want to put both feet in the water and have a go, I will be live tomorrow evening on one of my Facebook pages doing the floral heart. Again, you're very welcome to sign up for that one, which is on my website, and it's just £5 and you can paint along live with me. So if you want to have a go at that one is tomorrow evening at 6:30. So perfect. Right, let's get going, shall we? So let's make some of this whipping it up royal icing, and we'll go through exactly what it does, and then you can work it out from there. So I've got cameras everywhere in the hope that I've managed to give you the best possible angle, but I'm sure that somewhere along the line it will go wrong, but we'll give it a go anyway. So let's see how we go. So there we go, there's my food mixer, that's a good start. Right, so we're going to be using this one tonight. We're going to use the whole bag, so I'm just literally going to take it out of the bag and pop it straight in. Now, if you're doing any royal icing of any description, all of your equipment needs to be very, very clean. Okay, so if you're doing buttercream or cake mix or anything else, you've got to make sure that absolutely everything that you're using is clean, because royal icing is affected by grease. Okay, so make sure everything that you're going to do with is clean before you start. So let's pop the icing sugar in. So I've got in my kitchen, I've got a Kenwood. And I have actually got my K-beater in rather than the whisk, because that's what I've always got in. There's clouds of icing sugar everywhere. Right, there we go. It's all in. Got it all in? Yeah. Oh, it smells nice, this one, Kelly. Can you smell it?
Yeah, I chose it for this.
You did choose this one, didn't you? There we go. All right, take that from me. Thank you. Right, now, let's just get rid of some of this. So, for the royal icing, I have discovered that you need approximately 70 ml of water. So, 70 ml of cold water is fine, or tap water is absolutely fine. So, we're just going to put this down. And I'm just going to switch this on. Now, I have no idea. Let me just give you the best angle I can. Hold on. I have no idea how loud this is going to be. So I will start and stop it as we go, because you might not be able to hear me. Let's see what we can see. I'm just going to move my camera a tiny little bit so you can see a bit better. There we go. Right, let's switch this. I'm going to put my water in. Not all of it, almost all of it. And I'm going to switch this on. Although knowing me, I haven't even plugged it in. Yep, there we go. I'm trying to be organised, Kelly. Look, I forgot to plug in the food mixer. What a surprise. Happy New Year, everyone. Nothing's changed. I'm still forgetting everything. Right, let's now plug in the food mixer. Right, okay, here we go. So hopefully you can still hear me. So what I'm going to be doing is, first of all, I'm just mixing in the water. So I'm going to put in the majority. I'm going to add a little bit more. Just need it to mix at the moment. I will take my food mixer away so you can have a look in the bowl as well, so don't worry if you can't see what's going on. I'm going to put nearly all of it in. So I want to tell you about the process with this and the things to look out for, so it's very important. So it's just turn it up a little bit more. It's only when I start beating it that you're not going to be able to hear me. I think that's where it's going to go downhill.
On the course, will you be using whipping it up, or will you be using both styles?
Both styles. So both styles, 3 different styles actually. We've got whipping it up, we've got royal icing with Merry White, and also royal icing with albumin powder. So there will be 3 lots. Right, I'm just going to pop the last bit of water in. Just turn this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to stop this in a second. Okay, I'm just going to stop this now. I want to show you something to do with this icing sugar. So when you make royal icing, I'm just going to move this forward so you can see. the temptation is to just mix it and then stop at this point. Now, if you're looking at this, it looks actually, I'm going to lift a bit out so you can see it properly. It looks quite dull and it looks quite flat. And the reason that is because we haven't actually mixed it or beat it yet.
You haven't whipped it up.
I haven't whipped it up. Thank you, Kelly. I haven't whipped it up yet. So all I've done is I've basically mixed it. Now, if you try and pipe with it at this stage, it's going to be really not very good at all. And we can get it to a really beautiful stage where it becomes lovely, lovely royal icing. So it's sort of quite yellowy at the moment, and it's just sort of dull. That's how I would describe it, and sort of lackluster. So what I'm going to do, and this is where I would say to you, if you want to ask a question, please do write it in the comments, because I'm going to have to turn my food mixer on and leave it running for 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm not entirely sure if you're going to be able to hear me. So what I'm going to do now is I've scraped the sides down. I'm going to put this down. So if you've got any questions, I'm going to get Kelly to type the answers while this is running. So this is now going to run for about 2 minutes on full power. So let's turn that on. Of how long we've been doing it now, but it looks like it's enough to me, so I'm going to just turn this down now. So I had to do a little bit of sign language there. Maybe that's something I need to learn in the year. Can't do a lot of talking when the food mixer's on because I don't think you can hear me. Okay. So let's have a look at the royal icing. Have you got a question?
I've got 2. So will this be the consistency for overing a cake? I did ask what overing means. But
covering, I would imagine. Yes, that's correct.
And can you use this for fancy cake decorating like a vintage wedding cake?
Yes, so piping.
Yeah.
Yes, so. Absolutely. And that's what I'm going to be teaching on the course as well. So let's have a look at the whipping it up now. So this is it now. It's gone through the mixer. So it's lovely and white. And it's got, I'm going to show you the consistency of it. So when if I do this with it, it's like snow scene, isn't it? Can you see it's peaking and it's holding its shape? So that means it's ready, it looks good, and we can use it. So if I touch it and pull it like that, that's perfect. That's exactly what it is that we're looking for. So we have our royal icing. So let's rescue it out of our bowl. Now, if you do make up royal icing, you need to remove it from the bowl as soon as possible because it does set really, really hard. So you want to get it into water. So we'll take that K-beater off. I'm going to pass that, Kelly, to you. You can pop that in the sink for me.
Have a little try.
No, not have a little try.
Let Nikki know what it's like.
You can try it and report back what lemon drizzle's like, Kelly.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely.
I'm enjoying this.
Right, okay, let me just go and get a bowl. Right, okay, so we're going to take this out of here. There we go, look at that, looks amazing. Pop that into my bowl. Now, if you're making up royal icing, you do need to store it at room temperature. Please don't try and store this in the fridge, because what happens is it basically gets so cold that it crystallizes. So you do need to keep this at room temperature. You're going to keep it for any period of time. Right, I'm going to peer back on the screen now. Pass my bowl over to Kelly. Can you just fill that up with water, please, with that K beater in there? Okay, they're all encouraging you, Kelly. Normal water, doesn't matter particularly. Cold water's fine. Not a problem. Right, let's move my cameras around again. I've got cameras everywhere tonight. I've had this other one up quite high because I needed you to be able to see it.
Is it cold or warm water? Does it matter?
I've just done that one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was too busy.
You're too busy. You were too busy, weren't you? So there we go. That's the, let's find out. There's the camera. That's what we want. So that's the whipping it up as royal icing. So tonight we're going to pipe some lines on a cake and a pattern. Just do something really simple and really pretty, which we're going to switch to a different camera in a minute. So let me just pull my chair in so I can get myself organised. We're going to use a couple of piping nozzles tonight and a bag. So this is just a disposable piping bag, which actually, to be perfectly honest with you, I've already used it, washed it up and then used it again. So I find with these disposable bags, you can actually use them more than once. So
just a quick question. Which group is the heart wreath in? Can't remember if I've joined the correct page.
Wendy, it's on the Let's Paint Live Floral Heart Wreath.
On which page?
No, it's on a Facebook page, a closed Facebook page. It's called no, what's it called, that one? Let's Paint Live Floral Heart Wreath. If you can't find it, Wendy, I'll have a look for you afterwards. But if anyone's joined that one, they would have been sent an invite to that course. So yeah, you should be fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put this in, because I need to get this covered. You can't leave royal icing lying around like this. So I'm going to get it in my bag so it's all covered up. Then I'm going to put it, I'm going to store it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this adapter here. So this is a straightforward royal icing PME adapter, which just screws on like that. So what I'm going to do is put the inside part into my bag. Now I've already got the end cut off because I've already used this bag today. And I'm going to start with this nozzle here, which is a number 2 nozzle, which is a writing nozzle. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm just going to pop that over the top, just screw that down like that, which holds the nozzle in place, and it means that I can then switch nozzles, which I am going to do later on. And this one here is 16, number 16, or a star nozzle, and we're going to go between these two nozzles. So if I use a piping bag with an adapter, then I'm able to change my nozzles. So adapter's very handy for this sort of thing. Okay, right, so I'm going to pop some royal icing into here. So I'm going to take some of the... Now, as with everything, do not overfill your bag. It's so much harder when you overfill your bag. You're better off filling your bag up a couple of times. So never more than a third. I don't know what Carol tells you with buttercream, but certainly with royal icing, you do not need to overfill this bag. Okay, so that's where we're going to go to, about that. So if I hold my bag like that, see, I've even got it wound down. You can just see how much royal icing is in there. So it's only that part there. So that's all you need to do. So let me just wind that like that so it doesn't come out and end up all over me. So that's the key to that. Kelly, can you get into that cupboard and see if you can find some... Oh, actually, no, I'll put it in here. Don't worry. No, ignore that. Let me show you where I store my royal icing. So this is some I've made up earlier today. So I store my royal icing in one of these, which is a lasagna dish, quite honestly. That's what I use. So it's a glass container with a plastic lid. And I have found, if I pop this in here, it stays absolutely fine. I've got a lot of royal icing on the go at the moment because I'm filming my course. So this will all be gone by tomorrow. They will all be used.
If you wanted to add a colour, when would you add it?
Now. This minute. If I wanted to put a colour in, it would be now. So I'm just, this is the plastic lid here that we've now covered it, and then this will stay at room temperature. Now with, let Let me move that over there, Kelly. Can you take that? There we go. With royal icing, can you pop it in the sink? Because I think it's going to be setting otherwise. So with royal icing, once it's gone into that container and you've left it at room temperature, if you then go back to it and have a look at it in, say, 2 or 3 days' time, because you can leave it, it's absolutely fine. And it doesn't look the same as what it did a minute ago when I've just taken it out of the mixer. You would just put it back in the mixer and remix it again. It'll be absolutely fine. And it will last in that container probably for about a week before you need to do something else about it. So you can make up smaller quantities. You don't have to use the whole bag. You would just half everything. So instead of using 500 grams of whipping it up, you would use 250 grams and 35 mils or grams of water.
How do you get rid of the air bubbles when you fill your bag?
Don't tend to get that problem so much with royal icing, to be perfectly honest. I think that should be absolutely fine.
I think it's if you keep dolloping it in.
Yeah, you'll get blocks of it. But what I say to people is please do not put too much in your bag. You're better off not having too much in your bag. It's much easier to control, doesn't make your hands sore. And if you've got the consistency right, and this is what I'm going to call normal buttercream, I'm not going to call it normal buttercream because it's royal icing, so we're going to call it normal royal icing. You will find that it will be easy for consistency to come out, and then you won't end up with really, really sore hands. Okay.
2 more questions.
Loads of questions tonight.
Could you add the colour to the water?
No, you don't need to do that.
So when you're adding it,
you just make your royal icing. Just make it as I've just done it, and then if you want to colour it. If you want to colour all of it, then you can put the colour straight in, and then you can let it sort of mix the whole thing together, or you remove quantities and then you mix the colour in separately. So for example, and in terms of colouring, you can use all of the colourings. You can use the gels, the pastes, everything. So there's no reason to worry about anything else with what you're going to colour it, because obviously when we've done a lot of chocolate work, I've said to you don't use gels or paste or any of those things. You can use literally anything with royal icing. It's all fine. So yeah, that's fine there. Are we off? Are we done?
Yeah, you've done the colour.
I've done the colour ones. Good, lovely. I'm just looking around for another cake board I wanted for the middle of this, but I can't see what I've done with it, so I'll have to wing it a little bit. Oh, I could use that actually as a guide, couldn't I? So what I'm going to do is I've got a cake that I've already made. Let's get that cake up on the screen there. There it is. And we're going to pipe some patterns and lines down there and create a really lovely simple design, which is very straightforward and hopefully will inspire you all to join my course, you see. I want to show you that royal icing doesn't just have to be sort of vintage and sort of old. It can be, or sort of very traditional looking. It can be extremely modern as well and very pretty. So that's the aim of the game tonight, is to show you that. So let me just move a few things around. So I've got a bit of space. Right, so I was going to put a line around the top, but I'm not going to do that now.
If you use royal icing on a cake, how long will it keep?
If you use royal icing on a cake, it will keep as long as the same shelf life as the cake. Your cake will go off before the royal icing. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. So whatever the normal amount of time you would consider with your cake will be what you need to worry about, okay?
And someone also says that they were taught to paddle the royal icing to get rid of air bubbles.
That's correct, yeah, that would have definitely have happened, for sure. 100%, but I've never had a problem with it with that. You tend to paddle it when you're doing things like stenciling, and sometimes when you're doing flooding, you can paddle it that way. Yeah, it seems to be fine like this, so it should be no problem at all. Right, let's crack on with this and let's get this underway. So we're going to start with some simple lines coming down this cake using nozzle number 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the piping bag on there. Yes, I'm just checking you can see on the cameras. And we're going to connect it. We're going to drop our lines going down the cake, like so. So we're going to do some different lines, just seeing where you are. Yes, you can see the side of my bag, which is great because it's going to be difficult for me to turn it any other way. And then I'm going to just do 3 lines, all on different lengths, and then we're going to put a pattern on it. Okay, that's the plan anyway. So we're going to do 3 different lengths. So this is good because then if you're really struggling and you're trying to get them all the same, it doesn't matter, does it? So what we're going to do, I've got some sprinkles here. We're going to create some patterns. So we will do, I did mark out a pattern earlier today. Now I'm not going to do them on every single one either. I'm going to make them different so that we've got some patterned and some not. Now I'm going to come down a little bit further on this one.
Do you put anything in it to stop it being hard?
I don't for piping. The only time you would ever put something like glycerin, which is what they're talking about, into royal icing is if you're covering an entire cake of it. So if you're covering a Christmas cake with royal icing and making like a snow scene or something, I would definitely put some glycerin in it, because otherwise, yeah, you're right, it will be extremely tough and you won't want that. So you will need to put some glycerin in then. Other than that, you don't need to. Right, I'm just making a little pattern here. Now what I've got here is just some sprinkles. So I've got some large silver here, some little tiny pearlized hearts, and then some smaller silver pearls here. So I'm just trying not to drop them at the moment. Okay, there we go. Like so. You can see there. You'll see them as they start to come round. You'll see more and more of them. So I'm going to keep going in a second, and then I'm going to use my bag just to pipe some little tiny dots underneath as well. Try and get them straight, which means I need to look at them straight on. I do apologise for this for a minute. Okay, like that. There we go. Now you're going to see this change as I go round, so I will carry on so you'll be able to see it all as I go. So let's put down another shorter version like that, and then a longer one here, so we can go as long as we like with this, stop whenever we're happy. So we have to do this every sort of do 3 or 4 at a time and then decorate them, because otherwise they will dry and then I won't be able to stick my sprinkles on, so I need to do them as I go. We're just going to make them different lengths. Okay, so very pretty, very simple pattern, but very effective. Now you know that's what I like to do, simple.
How long does it take to go firm?
It's fairly quick actually, but firm, it depends, as in firm, if it's like on a biscuit, then it's going to be 24 hours. If it's just like piping a line, it will dry really quickly, like, you know, at least within half an hour or so. That's why you never leave royal icing uncovered, because if you leave royal icing uncovered, it will dry out, you see. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it covered. Otherwise you'll get back to the end of it and there'll be nothing left. Let's put another one there. You'll be able to see it coming round in a minute. Somebody's commented 30 minutes. Yeah, something like that.
Someone says, will I be able to do this after the course?
Yeah. Definitely. You wait till you see what I'm going to get you to achieve. You're going to be going, wow, no way. How pretty is that? There we go. Right, let's carry on. So the course that I'm doing covers how to make royal icing in 3 different ways. So that includes using whipping it up, it includes Merry White, and it includes albumin powder. Then we're going to be doing a technique called brush embroidery, which I did put a picture up on earlier this week. I've got my cake here as well. I can show you that later of what that actually is. Then we're going to be doing something called collars and extension work, which is, yeah, it's quite tricky. I wouldn't say it's particularly commercial, but it is beautiful. So we're going to be doing that as well. And then we're going to be piping an entire cake with nozzles, which I filmed today. So that's now done and ready to roll. So that's just a cake where we're going to be using about 10 different nozzles to get through. Then we're going to be doing some flooding on some cookies. So we've got lots and lots of different ideas with it for you. So if you've never done royal icing or you fancy having a go, then hopefully this will incorporate it for you. So the course material won't be available until the 3rd of February. Once it's available, there is a lesson that night on a closed Facebook group showing you how to make it and going through the basics, and the basics being piping lines, piping dots, swirls, writing, all those kinds of things. And then you can follow the course in your own time. So we have you have access to the course material for as long as you like, and you can just follow it whenever suits you. And then you'll have access also to a closed Facebook group where you'll be able to post your pictures, ask questions, all those kinds of things as well. There you go. What do you reckon? How's that coming? All right, let's carry on. So let's drop some of these down a bit further, shall we? Be a bit braver now.
Will you get a list of equipment that you will need to have?
Yep, the equipment list will be out mid-January.
And what do they need for the class tomorrow?
They need for the class tomorrow. Anyone who's doing the Floral Heart course tomorrow, if you've got access to the page, you'll see in the announcement section there is a list there of what you need. It's mainly, if you are doing it tomorrow, just get yourself a cake board covered with a bit of sugar paste, ready to paint. Other than that, it's the very thin paintbrushes, so it's number 1 and 0, plus I'm just turning around to have a look at it now. Greens, I think it's woodland green and spring green and red, so there's a few different colours on there.
Someone also says that they need those sprinkles.
They need the sprinkles. We may have those.
It's on your website.
It's on my website, yes. We're just assembling a little pack for the to do this particular cake, where we've put some of these sprinkles together in a little assorted pack. And they will be available from, what day is it today? Tuesday. They'll be available from, gosh, what day is it? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. So you'll be able to get them early next week. 150 grams of sprinkles, the three different ones I've got going on here, because this is something I want you to, if you've seen it and would like to have a go, that would be good. Right, okay. Right, here we go. So we'll just keep going. So you can adapt this if you've got sprinkles already and you just fancy having a go.
Are you icing onto fondant?
I am. Or sugar paste, yeah. It's definitely, I'm not doing it onto royal icing. That's the one thing I'm not doing on the course, is I am not covering any cakes with royal icing, because it takes too long, and these days the majority of cakes are done, there we go, are done on sugar paste. So let's keep going. So I'll drop another line down.
How do they join the class? It's on your website.
So if you want to join the royal icing class, you need to go to my website. Kelly will put up the website in a minute. If you get to my homepage, you'll see on the right hand side it says royal icing course. So you just click on that and join. Now the cost of the course is £60. It's going to be £85 after the 3rd of February. If you want to pay in interest-free instalments, so that's over 3 months, that's £20 a month, then please email me and I will sort that out for you. Now I know somebody's waiting for me to do that, but I've been filming all day today, so I forgot, but I will do it. So if anybody, there's loads of you that are paying on the interest-free plan, so if you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just going to tip this cake because the lines are wobbling around. I want them to stick. Can you see that there? I need a paintbrush, Kel. Can you just pass me a paintbrush from over there, please? Thank you. Right, so let me show you what's going on here. So this hasn't stuck down, can you see? So what I'm going to do is just remove it like that. It's done it there as well. It's because I wasn't concentrating, you see. I was chatting away. That's fine. All sorted. Okay, let's carry on. You can imagine this on a wedding cake or something, can't you? Or a silver wedding anniversary or something like that. Or even Valentine's Day. You could change the colours for Valentine's Day. Little hearts, aren't they? You could pipe the hearts as well, but I thought we'd just go down the sprinkle route tonight and have the go with this. So let's put in 3 more dots. So you can make up your own pattern. It's entirely up to you, but you can see just how versatile the royal icing is. So don't be frightened of it. Have a go with it. Yeah. Someone's making a comment about trying to get royal icing smooth. Yeah, it is difficult. Okay, put another one in there. I'm glad you can all see the design coming around the corner now, so I feel less guilty piping on the side here. Okay, you can see what's happening. Do you like what date is the class for royal icing? So royal icing is going to start on the 3rd of February, which is a Wednesday. But you don't have to do it in real time. So once the course material is released, which will be the 3rd of February, The course will then open and you can follow it in your own time, but there will be a couple of Facebook Lives which will be doing royal icing with me. One of them will be on that day, the 3rd of Feb in the evening, and we will be learning the very basics that night. So we will be piping lines and dots and things. So that it will be the first interactive Facebook Live on that day, and the rest of it then will be pre-recorded. And then there's one other lesson where we're going to do a big cake, just switching nozzles the whole time, but that will be more towards the end of February, and it's on, I think it's during the day as well. I need to check my dates. I'm sure it's on the site anyway. How are we doing on the question front, Kelly?
Yeah, fine.
Am I up to date?
Up to date.
Also with this as well, keep looking back and checking that everything's in line, because one of the things I found with this is you can get, sometimes your lines can end up going slightly to one side. You need to just lean back every so often, have a little look and see what's going on. When we get to, we are just over halfway round now, so when we get to the other side we will do something different on the bottom. So just add a few more. Okay. On there. Okay. One thing you've got to remember with royal icing, you've got to remember to breathe. Now, if I've got any of my students that are watching, because I have taught this over a long period of time, they will all laugh, because I used to say, now we're going to do the collars and we'll start flooding, and there'd be dead silence in the room, and I'd say, is anyone breathing? And then occasionally you get this, oh, yes, they'd all forgotten. So you've got to remember to breathe as well. Are they feeling any love for my cake, Kelly? Yeah. Now, sometimes I use a tilting turntable. If you see me doing this every so often, that's just to get the royal icing just to stick to the cake. I tend to have a tilting turntable that I really like to use. I'm using this one because it's quite low down for my camera, but I do tend to use a tilting turntable.
Do you have any pictures of the cakes that you'll be doing on the royal icing?
Yeah, they're here. They're not all here yet.
Can you show any?
I can show you at the end, yeah, by all means. I'll happily show you what I've done so far. One of them doesn't exist at the moment, and the cookies don't exist yet because I haven't done those yet. So, but some of them are here, filmed even this afternoon. So yeah, they are ready to roll. Let's go down, let's be brave and go down to the bottom there. How about that? Right, let's carry on with this. Where have we got to? Put one there. Right, one there. Just when you look at your design, I need to tip it again. So I've got one that's waving around a bit. There we go. Have a look at what you're doing on the side version of it and just see how it's sitting. Make sure it's actually stuck to the cake and not sort of hanging out somewhere. Right, put a couple of these hearts on. Oops, drop that one. You can do this a lot quicker, and you probably wouldn't be watching it quite so much as I'm doing it, because I'm doing it live. Okay, I'm getting that. So what I want to do, the aim of the game with the royal icing course is to give you the ability to be able to, that's not sticking at all, is to give you the ability to be able to work confidently with royal icing, okay? And you'll be able to keep all the course material, which means that if you ever stop doing it and then you think, I can't remember how to do it, you can go back in and you can watch it all again. So it's like having a book, but it's a video, and so therefore it works as a brilliant reminder. Even basic things like, what did she say recipe wise? You can go straight into the first section and just refresh yourself with how to make things or the way you want to make them. So it's going to be a very handy reminder for something that is, I think, one of the most loveliest things to do, as well as painting and chocolate, obviously. So go down like that. I'm going to just do a few extra lines here. You can space your lines out as well. You don't have to have them as close together as I've got them. You can have them further apart. It's entirely up to you.
Everything that is used on the course, can it be bought from Sugar or Crumbs? or do you have the supplies?
It will be probably a bit of both, to be perfectly honest with you. So if you decide to use whipping it up, then you will be going to Carol. If you decide to, there may be certain nozzles that I have that Carol doesn't have, but we will make it very clear where you can get your bits and pieces from. But I haven't released the list yet because I'm still filming. Once I finish filming, which won't be much longer, then I will release the list of what you need. And you probably find if you're already doing piping anyway, even in buttercream, you may have quite a lot of the nozzles. So it might be just 1 or 2 bits and pieces that you need to get. Nozzles aren't drastically expensive. They're usually like £2 or £3 each. Piping bags, royal icing you're going to need. Yeah, so bit of parchment paper.
Nikki says that she might need to use tweezers.
Tweezers, yeah. I do feel like you've got the world's biggest hands when you're doing things like this, and I really don't have big hands at all. I've got tiny hands, haven't I, Kelly?
Yeah, I've got bigger hands.
You've got bigger hands than me, and my hands are tiny, so even I feel like my hands are jumbo.
Someone said that they did the PME course and didn't like it, but think they would like yours much more and giving it a go.
Oh, okay, excellent. I mean, I have taught PME royal icing. I do love royal icing. There's no question about it. I absolutely love it. When I mentioned it to Carol that I was thinking about teaching it, she was very keen. So, and Carol's doing the course as well, you see, so we're in good company.
How do you know you will have the right gap when you get to the join?
Because I'm going to look at it when I get towards the end and make a decision whether I need to pipe a bit further apart or a bit closer together. It doesn't matter particularly. If you feel you're one of these people that you need to have it exact, then get a tape measure out, measure it from the word go, and put some little pinpricks in, and then you can just follow it that way. So it's up to you. I'm really not too worried about it, to be honest. I'm going to just go with it tonight.
What time does your live start on Saturday?
10 o'clock on Saturday, 11:30 on Thursday, and tomorrow evening 6:30 for painting. So I'm painting tomorrow evening the floral heart. So if you want to have a go at that live, that's tomorrow evening at 6:30. Not on here, on my closed Facebook page for that one, and back on here Thursday morning, and we're going to look at painting. So we're going to do some more painting. Painting is one of those really nice things to do when you're stressed, isn't it, Kelly? Although it makes me stressed, doesn't it, as well. I've been doing some painting over Christmas. Some of it did appear on Instagram. Oh dear. No comment. It's fine. I try and do painting with acrylics, you see. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. I mean, my downtime is painting as well as my job. So there you go. I'm always painting. Right. Right. Okay.
So it's 3rd of February.
3rd of February it starts, okay? Or 3rd of February is when the course material is released. All right. So that's when it will begin. And I say, if you do want to pay in instalments, just drop me an email. I really don't mind. Loads of people are doing it. So if you want to pay over 3 months, £20 a month, fine by me, no problem at all. I'll set that up for you. So now look, I just pulled that one off, didn't I, with my finger? Right, if you do that, just take it off with a paintbrush and remove it. And then we'll do it again. So there's nothing lost. Of course, you take off quickly, no damage there. Now, I used to do this as a wedding cake years ago, this particular design, and it was really popular. So if anybody's thinking of doing any wedding cake dummies while they're off at home, have a go at this one because it's really effective and it looks beautiful over 3 tiers. Really, really pretty. So I sold a lot of those. Right, nearly there. The end is in sight. So again, I'm not going to worry too much about getting towards the end. Go. As long as they're all sticking, which they are. Right. I'll put some more on there. Okay. And I think Kelly Kelly's put the link up, but it looks like it's
Yeah,
the world's biggest link, everybody.
Nikki put it up and I just copy and paste it, and it's just huge.
Okay, that's the link to the course, but it turns out to be the most absolutely enormous one ever. It's there. Just go to tracyscakes.co.uk, and then on the home page you're going to see it there. So you'll be able to click a link from there. All right, and you'll find it all in there. Now, I have got a few people that I am waiting to put onto the course. Now, the reason they've not been put on is because I cannot enrol you the same time as I'm uploading the course material. It's like the of two evils, isn't it, really? So if anybody has enrolled and they still haven't been put on the course, I am waiting. I'm still waiting while the course material is uploading. So I will do it. You have not been forgotten. So don't worry. Right, we're nearly there. So if someone said to me about getting to the end, well, I'm just going to work out where my gap is. There we go, like so. And amazingly enough, it works out. Now that's just lucky more than anything else. There you go, see, look at that, spot on. I couldn't have done that if I tried, could I? Okay, let's put the last few ones in. And the little heart. Don't want to mess that line up, though, that's what I don't want. Okay. Right, so that's got us all the way around the cake. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pipe around the bottom as well. Okay, there we go. So that's that. Let's give it a little spin. How about that? Ah, Michelle, yes, you're the lady I need to email. I haven't forgotten. I've just had one of those days where I've been filming all day long and I just wanted to keep going, but I haven't forgotten, don't worry. There we are.
Can I ask if the course is good for beginners? I have very shaky hands but would love to learn how to pipe.
Well, I've taught beginners and they've all come out of it saying they're absolutely fine. So I would not feel hesitant about anybody joining this who's never picked up a piping bag. You will be absolutely fine. Don't worry, you will be fine. Right, let's go to this one. So this is a star nozzle. This is nozzle 16. So I'm just going to set this one up now. And we're going to go around the bottom. So I'm not just going to put a ribbon round, we're going to pipe. So we're going to, we've still got lots of piping, lots of royal icing in the bag, you see. So remember I said to you it was only a third full. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little swirl. So we're going to just go round like that. We're going to do a little rosette at the bottom there. Except I'm going the opposite way to the way I wanted to go, but that's okay. Should have gone the other way. My brain's going the other way.
Well, you've gone this
I
way.
should want to go that way now. I'm going the wrong way. Kelly's looking at me. Oh, we'll keep going this way. That's okay.
That can be the back of the cake.
No, it's fine. I'll keep going this way. I should have gone the other way because I'm right-handed, not left-handed. So it's throwing me a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's all right. That's it. There we go, around the bottom there. So if you're concerned about royal icing and you won't be able to do it, I'm going to tell you now that the majority, well, certainly a lot of people on the course have never done it before. And the first lesson, which is the basic lesson, is going to be not only recorded but live as well. So I'm going to do it live with you so that you can ask as many questions as you like as we go along. Everything about royal icing is consistency and getting the angles right on the bag. Once you've got all that sorted. And pressure.
That's the number one thing.
Pressure. And just taking your time with it, really. I'm just going to push that forward a little bit so you can see it. There we go. I will post the link for the course, absolutely, yeah.
Which means I will post the biggest link.
Oh, Kelly's posting the world's biggest link again. There it is. I don't know why it's so big. Why is it?
Because I copied it from Nikki's link.
Oh, I see. Okay, there's the link, but it's huge. And so if you do want to do the payment plan, just let me know and I'll more than happily sort that out for you. Okay, just keep going. Now I haven't actually done this bit on the cake before. This was in my head, so far so good. How are we looking? That looks alright, doesn't it? Right. So just swirling around the bottom here. So they're just like little rosettes at the bottom, aren't they, really? So buttercream, if you already have buttercream nozzles, some of them will be used on the Royal Icing course, but you'll probably find with Royal Icing a lot of the nozzles are a lot smaller. Everything is about detail on the Royal Icing, so you will probably find you won't use all of them. Some you will, definitely, for sure. Right, I'm just going to switch this back to nozzle 2. I'm just going to add a bit more detail to this. And then what we're going to do, this is where I've got to work out which way round I'm going now, Kelly, because I've done it the wrong way round. That's okay. We're going to go this way. And we're just going to overpipe this because everything about Royal Icing is detail. So all I'm going to do is just pipe a line over the top or around the centre of this. I'm actually going to stop at this point and put, just thinking which balls I can hold on to better without me chucking them everywhere. Right, there we go, that's better. There we go, like so. And then I was going to put a little heart in there as well.
What are the hearts?
They're little sprinkles, little sprinkled hearts. I'm going to do every other one. So we'll just tuck those in the top there. Let's keep going.
I've seen some beautiful cakes that everyone posts, but I have to say this is just so stunning.
Oh, that's nice. Who's written that?
June Barrett.
Well, I like June. She's my new best friend. Thank you, June. That's lovely. I do appreciate your comments. It's nice to start off with something.
Everyone's like, this is beautiful.
Something bright and sparkly and different. That's what I was aiming for with this. And also just showing you just how beautiful and modern Royal Icing can be. It doesn't just have to be old-fashioned. And we're using the whipping it up. So
it tastes and smells nice too.
Tastes and smells nice too, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's go back here, put another one of those in.
I can. Kelly approved the lemon drizzle flavour.
Who's written that?
No, I can.
Oh.
I'm just saying Kelly approved it.
Kelly's approved the, she's tested
lemon
it.
drizzle flavour.
So Kelly's my taste tester, you see, so she's approved it, so we're okay. She approved all the ruby chocolate over Christmas.
I ate it while we were doing lives.
She did. That's why Kelly's here, you see. She's here to do your comments, and she's also here to be my taste tester.
Exactly.
Right, okay, and then we're going to stick that one in there. You can just tuck them in, you don't need to.
People were saying that, you know, you can make your own hearts as well.
You can use a little plunger cutter. Yeah, absolutely.
Or if you're feeling brave, you could pipe them.
Or you could pipe them.
I'm good at piping hearts.
She is good at piping hearts, actually, aren't you? You did some red hearts on a cake the other day, didn't you?
I made a cake.
You did make a cake. You did make a cake, and it was lovely. You did a good job, actually. You're hired, Kelly.
People like Royal Icing's great for covering the bottom bit.
Yeah, look how easy that was.
They look like little clouds.
We're making clouds. Actually, this has come out really pretty. We seem to be lucky on these lives, Kelly, you know, because we don't do anything in advance. We just kind of hope that it's going to turn out okay. And actually, this one is turning out super duper.
Tracy's cakes are always stunning. I aspire to produce work as beautiful as hers. Long way to go, but Tracy is an inspirational lady who I adore so much, so we'll keep persevering.
Who's that? Who said that?
Wendy.
Wendy. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, I don't mind being live now, you see. I'm getting all these lovely comments. Oh, thank you. That's so lovely.
People are like, oh, it's so classy.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Classy, pretty and sparkly.
Lots of people are saying that they'll give a course a go.
Good. Excellent. You'll be very welcome. And I do teach quite sort of informally. So as we go through the course, you'll hear me saying all the mistakes I've made as I've gone along. So I don't try and cover anything up. If I make a mistake, I show you how to get out of it. Same way that you need to get out of it, because often learn from your mistakes.
Wow.
Who said that? You?
Me. I said that.
You went wow.
Yeah.
What, looking at it?
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you, Kelly. I think white and silver is so pretty, and royal icing, because if you make up lots of layers of royal icing, it just can look stunning without actually doing too much. I'm trying to make this as uncomplicated as I can and just use the sprinkles to create the effects, really. Or you're going to give it a go. Perfect.
Someone says, just sent you a PM but found the course that I've signed up for. It's the Reef tomorrow night. Please can you reply on how I access this course?
Yeah, you'll be sent a link, and then you'll be sent an invite actually from a Facebook page, and you need to accept that invite, and then I will be able to let you into the group. Go to the announcement section, and in the announcement section you will find what you need for the course tomorrow night. If you just want to watch it, that's fine, and then you can paint along in your own time. You can just follow the live again, because I've already done the live, you see, so there's already a recording on there. If you want to crack on with it before I've got there tomorrow night, you're welcome. If not, and you fancy joining me tomorrow night for a £5, you're very welcome.
What are the sprinkles called that you're using?
These are just silver balls and little
pearl hearts.
Pearl hearts, yeah.
They'll be on your website.
They're on my website. I've just made a little mixed bag up so you could do this cake, really. So, yeah.
Are they up on your website?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
But I've just done, I've just literally put a little mixed bag together just so you can have a go at doing this cake. Or have a look and see what sprinkles you've got already at home. Maybe you've got some left over from Christmas that you could have a go with.
Oh, spelt your name wrong.
You've spelt my name wrong.
Remove.
Yeah, you have. I'm just looking at that now.
Delete. Sorry.
Thank you, Kelly.
Oh God, I've done it again.
Okay, please ignore anything Kelly's writing currently.
No. Tracy's cakes.
Oh yeah, I think
No, I've done it wrong again.
Sheila's just said she's going to make it for her mum's birthday. That seems like a great idea. What I wanted to do tonight though was show you what whipping it up does and how to make it, and I'm piping this all with whipping it up, and show you a really simple design to kind of get you inspired by the idea of doing royal icing and what it's all about. We're nearly there, nearly at the end, this side. Right, there. I think I have done it right again. It is fluke more than anything else. Or haven't I? No, I'm one out. That's okay, it doesn't matter, just stick it in there. I'm not going to worry about that. And then I'll pop that one in there. So I'm just sort of slotting these little hearts in here. Okay, right. Kelly, can you pass me that jar that's up there that's got that glass jar, because I want to get another nozzle out of there. So what we'll do now is we will just change nozzles once more, if I can actually find the nozzle I'm looking for, because I have been piping all day today. Might actually be, is it on the sink, Kelly? Looking for nozzle 1.
There's no nozzles.
There's no nozzles up there. Okay, we'll do it with nozzle 2 then. Right. Done with that. I was going to change nozzle, but now I'm not. I'm going to do it with nozzle 2, so that's okay. And then what we'll do is just where the little hearts are, we'll just pipe another little dot here. So just do single dot, make sure it's standing.
Royal icing is my nemesis.
Who's put
But I
that?
can make fondant.
Who said that?
Andrea.
Andrea. My own fondant. That's very good. You know, I wouldn't make my own sugar paste. I mean, the last time I attempted to make sugar paste was in the 1980s, and yeah.
I would like to have a go in gold and white for my golden wedding anniversary. You've given me some lovely inspiration. Thank you.
Perfect. Well, you can see just by the little extra bits that we're adding in now, just how lovely the detail can get on this. There you go, like that. How about that? Let's whiz that round. I will be taking a photo of this cake as well, so that you can see it on Instagram. I normally put it on there, so you'll be able to see exactly what it is that it looks like. Right, let's put some ribbon round it. And then all I've done for a topper tonight, I've tried to keep it quite simple tonight, is I have got a little bit of just some silk flowers really. So let's put some glue on here. So we've got some ribbon, some white ribbon. You could put white or silver, it's up to you, on here. So I'm just going to finish this cake off, show you what it looks like, and then I will show you around some of the royal icing course material. So if anybody is interested or wants to know what's involved, I will show you some of the stuff that I've done today.
If you have time, would it be better to leave the icing to dry before piping the next layer?
Piping, you can do if you want to, yeah. It's entirely up to you. It really doesn't matter particularly, but yeah, you can if you want to. Okay, let me just find this ribbon here. Oh, I've just dropped it. Okay, so let's just put some ribbon around the board because I can't bear not to. There we go, like so. So I've just stuck that on with a bit of Pritt stick there. I'll get to that point there. Cut it like so.
Everyone's saying that they're going to give this cake.
You're going to give it a go, are you? Give it a whirl. Get you whipping it up out, and then you'll be able to give this a whirl. So that's that. Now you could put happy birthday topper on it at this point, but I actually found this little piece of silk flower which I thought was lovely, and I'm going to just attach that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of icing on it just to hold it in place, and you'll see that go on in a minute. So where's the back of it there? So it's just a little tiny bit of flower on top. You're not going to be able to see this very well, so what I'll do is I'll pick it up and then you'll be able to see it with me holding it in a minute.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do have a YouTube channel, yay! I do, Tracy Mann Cakes. I'll put that up in a minute on the screen as well. You can't really see my topper, so what I'll do is I'll pick it up. Right, here we go. I'll pick this up and then you'll be able to see it. Whoop, it's very light. There we go. How about that? That looks very nice, doesn't it? Let me move this forward a bit so you can see. You don't need to see me, you want to see the cake. So that's the cake there. How about that? So that's just a little bit of a silk flower topper that I've got, which I just think is really pretty. Again, you could put a happy birthday on there if you want to. And then we've just piped the lines down there. You could do whatever you like on top, couldn't you? It's entirely up to you, but then you can see what it's going on there. So look at that. How about that? That's not bad, is it? So very straightforward lines and a few little swirls, and a very, very stunning cake in royal icing. It is. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's really, really pretty. So I will take a photograph of it and I will put it onto my Instagram page and also onto Sugar and Crumbs so that you can have a closer look at it, and also the link to the course. I'm going to show you some of the course material stuff in just a second. I'm just going to wait while you just have a look at this, so I will just stand still. It's not as heavy as the gingerbread house that I was holding up before Christmas, because that really was rather heavy. So yeah, I'm quite happy to stand here with this one for a minute or two so you can just have a little look at it. But it's very pretty and sparkly, and lots of New Year. There you go. Oh, loads of lovely comments coming in. Thank you very much. They're coming in at a rate of knots. That's brilliant. So how much would I charge? Depends where you live. Depends how long it's taken you. And I always think you need to take all of that into consideration in terms of charging for cakes. You do need to think about where you live, how long it's taken you to do it. It's not a particularly big cake either. So if you wanted to do this cake for someone in lockdown. It's not a huge birthday cake either. It literally is a 5-inch round cake by about 5 inches in height, so it's not huge. Could it share that between 4, Kelly?
Have it for one.
Have it for one. We'll give it a go anyway. So there you go. So that's that. So I'm going to just show you now some of the course material for the Royal Icing course. So I'm just going to change cameras again. I'll show you the one that I've done today. I'm just going to pop that there for a second. And then I will also show you the Floral Heart one that's going to be tomorrow evening, which is a painting one. So this one is the brush embroidery. This is also part of the course, which appeared actually earlier on Sugar and Crumbs this week. There we go. So this is the brush embroidery part of the course that's already been filmed. So we're going to be doing this topper here. Let me tip it so you can see it. There we go. So we're going to teach you how to do that on the course. It's called brush embroidery. It's very effective. It is actually quite an old technique, however, it's still used right through now. It's very modern on wedding cakes, looks very, very pretty. So that's part of the brush embroidery. So and we're also going on this down the bottom here, going to teach you how to do this pearl border. So we're going to be piping that as well. So that's also part of this one particular course. So it's brush embroidery with pearl border. So that's all done there. And I have done this with whipping it up. So there you go. So that's that one. I'll just spin that round. You can have a little look. Okay, and then I'll show you the other one which I've done today. Now this one looks really complicated, so please don't worry about this one because this is almost the last lesson on Royal Icing. So don't be put off. It's a beautiful cake, but there's a lot to it. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is also part of the course. Now I filmed this one today. Here we go. So this is full-on Royal Icing, absolutely full-on Royal Icing. I'll show you an image of the top in a minute. I'll switch cameras so you can have a look. But that's the side view of it. So I am teaching this as part of the course. Let me move this out of the way and then I will show you what that looks like. Let's put that down there. So I just have to do a little bit of a juggle, move things around so I can get everything in. So I'll just show you what this looks like here. Okay, so we're piping on the top as well. So we've got writing, hearts, leaves, and then all the scroll work around the top as well. So this is all part of the Royal Icing course. This is the one I filmed today. So that one will be part of it, yes. So if anyone was wanting to know what's involved, this is one of your lessons, you lucky people. And I love it, so hopefully you will as well. Yeah, you're going to be able to do this, don't you worry, but this will be right at the end, okay? So this is the end part. I've started backwards on this course. I've started filming all the end stuff first because I got a bit carried away. And I will be putting pictures of the Royal Icing course things as we go through the week, because I'm painting lots of different things at the moment. So there we go. You will be able to do it step by step. It will be absolutely fine, don't you worry. So also, so let's just move this out of the way. People have been talking a lot about the floral heart painting. This is the floral heart paint. I'll just hold that up so you can see it a bit closer. This is taking place tomorrow evening. It costs £5 to join this class. It is a live paint on a closed Facebook page. If you want to sign up for it, you will need to go to my website, tracyscakes.co.uk, go through to the online cake school and you'll find it in there. Just scroll down and it's £5 to join me and you can paint live with me tomorrow evening at 6:30. So if you want something to do tomorrow, we're going to be doing this and it's very, very pretty. And again, you can put it on a cake, can't you? It would look very nice on all your Royal Ice cakes, wouldn't it? I can imagine that actually.
Is it all hand piped or are the larger parts moulded?
It's all piped. Everything is piped. So yeah, you're going to be fine. There's no moulds involved in any of the Royal Icing. Everything is coming through a nozzle. So yeah, there's a lot to learn, but it is absolutely stunning. I'm going to stand up and I'll show you this one now while I'm standing, because sometimes it's better to see it on a 3D view. Just be careful I don't break anything. There we go. That's it. I have to say, if somebody says to me, I want an anniversary cake and they want this kind of vintagey old-fashioned look, this is the cake I normally do because I love it. I just think it's the best thing ever. I'm going to hold it up a little bit closer so you can see it. And I've done the cake in like a sort of a pale pink colour, and then I've piped round over the cake. Now, I found one thing with whipping it up. Whipping it up is white when you make it, but it does dry a sort of a creamy colour, but that's actually fine. I'm okay with that. But that's what it does. So whipping it up, and it's probably the egg powder that's making it dry that colour, but that's what it turns out like. So it sort of dries a little sort of more of a creamy colour. So don't be surprised if you do a bit and then come back and then have another look at it and go, oh, I'm now piping in white and that's gone yellow. So you'll find as it dries, it goes a bit more of a sort of a yellowy colour. But there you go. So that's part of that course. All right, so it's been lovely to be back here tonight on Sugar and Crumbs. I've missed you all. Let me put my website up so you know who I am. I've only on for an hour and 10 minutes. That's quite short for me, actually, isn't it? So I will be back on Thursday morning at 11:30. If you have any questions, I'm just going to look at some of the questions coming up now. If there's any other questions while I'm still here, please ask. I'm more than happy to help you. It is painting tomorrow evening, 6:30 on my closed Facebook group for the Floral Heart. 11:30 back here on Sugar and Crumbs for painting again. So we'll be doing some basic painting demonstrations there. So if you have any questions or you think you'd like to get involved in cake painting, I can definitely help you with that. Yes, you can watch the heart painting class at a later date. You don't need to watch, you don't need to follow it on. Can you add white colour to it? I'm not sure about that because I don't know whether it's going to destabilise it, and that's why I'm not going to say either way, because I wouldn't. I would leave it as it is, but I will let you know. They've missed you, Kelly.
Me, of course, yeah.
They've missed you.
Yeah,
Right, let's...
who can blame you?
Oh, I've dropped that on the top now. Right, let me lift this up for one more time and you can see this then before we go, because then at least when I... Where's that gone? There it is. Okay, so that's what we did tonight. So whipping it up and royal icing, that's what you can achieve. So give it all a go. I hope you enjoy it. It's lovely to be back again. Hello to everyone. I've missed you all. And I will see you on Thursday at 11:30 on Sugar and Crumbs, or 6:30 on the Floral Heart. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you all again on Tuesday at 6:30 next week. Take care. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.